I once lived in a town that was almost surrounded by a forest. It was not a very popular town with a population of only 35,000. So, when people started to disappear, we were all worried. A few years went by, and around 650 people went missing without any trace. One evening, my 4 friends, Toby, Neil, Henry, and William, and I were sitting in front of a campfire when suddenly Billy appeared, screamed, "They are coming back!" and ran away, scaring Toby. Toby was new in town, so he asked me, "Who was he?" What was he saying? I said, "His name is Bill Josie. We call him Billy. He is an old and mentally ill man." Toby said, "Why?" "He believes in the Cannibal family." "What Cannibal family?" "You're new here, right? Let me tell you about the legend of the Cannibals. In 1916, when this town was not fully developed, there was a family called the Cannibals. In the family, there were 4 people: Martin Cannibal, the father; Smothy Cannibal, the mother; a 13-year-old named Andy Cannibal, and the youngest, a 12-year-old named Harry Cannibal. They came to live in the town in June of 1916. But when the Cannibals came to live here, many people started to disappear. Because of a lack of development, the cops can't find the culprit. In the first month, 5 people went missing: Julia Sharp, a pretty popular lady; John Thomas, a nobody; Cray Chinney, a rich lady; and Neil Sharp, the son of Julia Sharp. Soon, no one found out where they had gone. Rumors started to spread that Neil and Cray had murdered Julia because they were in love, but no one knows where the others went. In 1918, the terror was becoming larger and larger. More people started to go missing. But on the 26th of July, a person with a bloody face and half of his skin ripped off came running from the Cannibals' household screaming, "Help me!" Thankfully, a police officer found him, and what the man told the officer shocked him to the core. The man told the police that the Cannibals were monsters, that they killed all the missing people, and that they kidnapped him when he was sleeping. The police immediately went to the Cannibals' house, broke down the door, and what they saw made them fear for humanity. They saw tons of dead bodies lying on the floor, and Martin was staring at them with an evil grin on his face. His face was full of blood, and behind him lay the bodies of the rest of the family. Mrs. Smothy's stomach was cut open, her liver was gone, as were her other vital organs, and the 2 boys, both of whom had knives in their eyes, were missing their faces. While the officers were looking at the disaster this monster had created, Martin stood up and went to his dining table, offering them a plate with his son's face cooked and fried on it. When he was arrested, he said he was not the only one who ate human meat. His entire family did. When the man escaped, he was in a great rage and murdered his own family. He received a public execution, but until then, his menace and macabre laughter went through everyone's ears. Now, the house is abandoned and no one goes near it. The townspeople had given the house a name: House of Wendigos. "That's crazy," said Toby. "There is one more thing: the melody." "What melody?" When the court declared Martin would get a public execution, he told the officers that every time they killed someone, they sang a melody in a sign of victory. "Tick-tock, tick-tock. When you enter the house, we will hunt you like a mouse. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Here, no one will hear your cry. You can try. Tick-tock, tick-tock. You will burn like a fish, and so you will be our dish. Tick-tock, tick-tock." Why he made the melody, we will never know. Toby was flabbergasted and said, "I will go home now. I can't handle any more." "Careful," said Henry. "Your house is close to the Wendigos' house." "Stop scaring me," said Toby, and he left. Soon we all went to our home, but the next day, tragedy struck. Toby went missing. His parents were heartbroken. Why didn't they? Toby was their only child. Soon, a police officer approached Toby's mother and asked, "Did you know anything about where he went?" "No," said Toby's mother weepingly. "He didn't come home last night." I looked at my friend. They were also in shock. Then again, the officer asked her, "Did you hear anything?" She said, "At midnight, I went out looking for Toby, and I think I heard a noise from the abandoned house. It sounded like a clock, like tick-tock."